Well, after a 5-month-long strike, Hollywood writers are returning to work. Leaders of the Writers Guild of America unanimously voted to authorize its members to return to work following the tentative agreement that was reached on Sunday. Individual members still have to ratify the deal, but can work during that process. Of course, the strike cut into a rather robust film and television industry here in Canada. Andrew Barnsley is an award-winning TV producer and president of the Toronto Film School. He joins us now with his thoughts on the damage done and what the recovery looks like. Thank you so much for joining us. I know a lot of people have been paying very close attention to what's happening down south, but often what happens down south kind of makes its way and trickles up here in Canada. How has this impacted members here in Canada, and are you optimistic about what could happen moving forward if this deal gets ratified?
Yeah, it's often easy to forget how big of an economic engine the film and television production industry is in Canada. It represents an industry of over $11 billion a year, over a third of that being in Ontario, and almost two-thirds of that being represented by non-Canadian, non-CanCon content. So anything that happens south of the border on the American side of the industry certainly impacts the production industry here. And that impacts jobs, it impacts livelihoods, it impacts all of that. So the last 5 months have been incredibly tough for people working in the film and television industry across Canada. And I was actually in Los Angeles last week, spending time with studios, spending time with writers and creators. I can tell you the first half of the week, it just felt very dark. It was a vibe I had never felt in Hollywood before. And as the week progressed, everybody started to see sort of rays of hope. And here we are now where it's just, there's a sigh of relief that the terms have been, both sides have come to terms that it's going to the members to be ratified, and people can get back to work in a context where the studios have acknowledged that there is an ever-changing landscape, that forces have changed and impacted writers in ways that hadn't imagined in previous deals. So this is a good news story now.
And now we're obviously going to be focusing on the actors and their fight. And I'm curious, what are you anticipating on that front? And I'm guessing that very much how the actors supported the writers throughout their strike, that vice versa, it's going to go the opposite way in these negotiations.
Yeah. We really saw the guilds coming together to support themselves. It definitely recognized the community that is this industry. I really think having the Writers Guild of America strike end and for there to be a deal that's acceptable to both sides, I think that's a very good signal that that studios have recognized the value of writers and actors, and I think this new negotiation that they'll be going into with SAG-AFTRA, that should hopefully not drag on to the degree that it did with the writers. So again, rays of hope, hoping that everybody can get back to business soon.
It's been suspenseful, like a real-life drama. Thank you so much, Andrew Barnsley. We're hoping things get back to normal as soon as possible. We appreciate your time.